What's up, everyone? I've been meaning to do a collection room tour for a while now. I was just waiting on a few big pieces to come in, and now that they're here, I thought it was finally the right time. So let's get started out here in the hallway with a couple posters. Got the Star Wars New Hope, and another one over here. I actually got this one at an antique store way back in 2005 when I was in high school. They did have the Empire and the Return of the Jedi one as well, but they were going for about $100. So hopefully I will get those eventually. But let's go ahead and head in. Just going to do a quick pan around. Okay, gonna get started over here with Star Wars. As many of you know, it is my favorite franchise of all time. First up is this decal my wife got me on the back of the door of Din. Pretty cool. Some Boba Fett artwork up here. Boba Fett is my favorite character of all time. You're going to be seeing a lot of him coming up. Some autographed Star Wars cards from the Signature Series. Wife got me those. Pretty cool. Some more artwork. Really love this one back there. Going to start off with the 3 3/4 inch figures. These are the ones I collected back when I was a kid in the 90s, the Power of the Force line. A lot of people don't like these because they do look a little bit muscular, as you can see there, but they're what I grew up with, so I like them. I got the whole main cast there, some of the Cantina aliens back there. Moving down into Empire Strikes Back. Got some of the Hoth. The bounty hunters back there. Down here into Return of the Jedi. Episode 1. And some expanded universe stuff. And down here on this bottom shelf, I just have some sequel stuff and some Rogue One and a few solo figures over there. Up here I have starting the vehicles. I do really like to collect the vehicles. Here is the TIE Fighter. Back there I have the Luke's T-16 Skyhopper. Over here we have the Republic gunship. This is one of my favorite ships in all of Star Wars. I just need to get some clones to go in there. Moving down here we have Boba Fett Slave 1. Some Hot Wheels back there. Luke's X-Wing. Got him on card. More Hot Wheels. Moving down here into the Millennium Falcon. Awesome piece. Luke's Land Speeder. Some more Hot Wheels back there. Moving down here we have the A-Wing, the Y-Wing, and up here we have the B-Wing. I just got this not too long ago. The Star Wars Collectors Society that I'm a member of, one of the members was nice enough to have a contest there. I just happened to win it, and he was nice enough to give me this B-Wing for free. It was my first attempt at hanging one up with fishing line. I think that turned out pretty well. Moving down here, I have some speeder bikes, snow speeder. Down there we have the Turbo Tank Juggernaut, the AT-AT looking awesome, AT-ST. And that should about do it for the 3 3/4 inch. Moving up here, there's this Micro Machine set. I had this when I was a kid. Like so many other things, my parents threw it out, but I was lucky enough to find it at a convention last year, so I'm really happy to have that. Up here we have some Boba Fett on card stuff up on the wall. There's the green card, Power of the Force Boba. I still need to get the red card yet. The Deluxe, a few Attack of the Clones figures. Some, I think these are the Saga Legacy collection. Down here I just put this shelf in. I have the 6-inch Droids Boba Fett and the War of the Bounty Hunters Boba Fett. Really love the artwork on that. The all black suit. Over here I've got carbonized Paz Vizsla my wife got me. Some of the holiday figures. I'm not really into those, but if I see ones I like, I will get them. Got the George Lucas Stormtrooper. Retro Obi-Wan. Moff Gideon. Over here I've got some retro Din Djarin. Grogu. Cara Dune. Moving on up here, I have my Carl Weathers Grief Karg autograph. I met him at Steel City Comic Con last year. It didn't come out too well because he used black ink on that, but it's okay because I know it's there, so I'm still really glad to have that. Cool meeting him. Down here, I've got some Pops. Over here, I have the original trilogy VHS tapes from back in the 90s when I was a kid. Who knows if they even work anymore. some metal cards. Moving up here, I have some more Pops, Boba. Lots of different ones there. Minifigs, the big one back there. Here I have Boba and Fennec on the throne. And up here, earlier this year at Fan Expo Philly, my wife and I were lucky enough to meet Ming-Na Wen. She autographed this Pop for us. And I showed her that picture, and she was nice enough to autograph that as well for free. So super nice person. Definitely recommend meeting her if you get the chance. Moving up here, more Bobas. That's the San Diego Comic-Con one, I believe, from a few years ago. I was lucky enough to get that for a good price because it's really expensive now. Glad I decided to keep that on card. 40th anniversary, carbonized, some vintage collection, retro. I don't have an original 1980 Boba Fett yet. I do plan to get one eventually when I have the money and I find one for the right price in the right condition. But I do really like that one. Moving on some more back there. And moving on to the Black Series helmets, I have the Vader up here. Luke X-Wing, prototype Boba Fett, and then I do have the prototype Black Series Boba Fett, the repainted, and the original Empire Strikes Back. Okay, so moving on into the Black Series figures, these are the main focus of my Star Wars collection. These are what I started collecting back in 2016 when I got back into really collecting. I really do like these. I think the size, the amount of detail, and the price point is just right. So here we have the New Hope shelf. Got all the main cast, Vader and Obi-Wan, some more figures down there. And I did have to add a second New Hope shelf because I ran out of room up there. Got the Dewback and some Sand Troopers, some of the Cantina crew. Do have Figure and Deanne back there. I don't know if I'm going to get the entire band because I don't know if I want to buy like 6 identical figures. But we'll see. Moving on up here is The Empire Strikes Back, my favorite movie of all time. I've got the bounty hunters front and center, Boba, Dengar, Bosk, IG-88, Zuckuss, Forlom, and Carbonized Han back there. Got some Hoth troops over here, Lando, Probe Droid, Han on the Tauntaun. Over here I've got the Wampa holding Luke upside down, Han and Leia, Luke and Yoda. Okay, moving on over to Return of the Jedi. Got Jabba and Slave Leia back there. Gamorrean Guard. It's a Trap. Obi and Yoda Spirit Ghosts. Force Ghosts, I should say. Boba. Emperor on the Throne. I was lucky enough to get that when it first came out because it's super expensive now, so I really like having that. Endor. Got the Scout on the speeder bike back there. Okay, let's move on down to the prequel shelf. Got Darth Maul up front, looking great. Great figure. Qui-Gon Obi-Wan. General Grievous, awesome figure, just hard to get to stand. Some of the Jedi back there. Count Dooku, the amazing Christopher Lee, one of my favorite prequel characters. Also got Jango, another one of my favorites. Mace Windu. Obi-Wan and Anakin from Episode 3. Alright, moving down here into my Rogue One shelf. I think I have just about all the figures from this. Might be missing a few. Same thing with Solo. Got Enfy's Nest back there on the bike. Over here we have my Clone Wars shelf. Got Clone Commander Obi-Wan, Cody, Rex, Ahsoka, Cad Bane. And down in here to my sequel shelf. I'm not a big fan of the sequels, as I know a lot of people aren't, but I do like the designs of the characters. And these were the ones that were mainly coming out when I got back into collecting. So I do have a lot of them. I do like this shelf. I think it looks good. Moving up here into my Mandalorian shelf. Got Din and Grogu. Some droids back there. Dave Filoni. Ahsoka. Just got that Dark Trooper last week. Really cool looking. Some troopers. Down here, this is kind of my Book of Boba Fett and more Mandalorian stuff. Hopefully we do get more Book of Boba Fett figures to fill this out, but there's Boba, Throne Room, and Fennec, and Tusken Raider Boba over there, Cobb Vanth. Moving down here, we have the Bad Batch. I have the entire crew. Same with Rebels, Ahsoka and Thrawn. And down here, last Black Series shelf, this is just kind of miscellaneous stuff from video games and comics. I've got Revan, Nihilus, some more back there, some Obi-Wan, the Inquisitors. And yeah, that's going to do it for Black Series. Over here I've got this Funko Pop Advent Calendar my wife got me, so I'm looking forward to opening that up next month. Got this Nerf Rival Boba Fett set. Got it at a convention a few years ago. I thought that was pretty cool. Alright, moving up here. This is my favorite piece in my entire collection. It's my Jeremy Bulloch autographed picture. I got this back in probably I'd say around 1996 when I was 9 or 10 years old. Boba Fett wasn't my favorite character at the time. I just happened to see that there was a Star Wars character. I caught a commercial saying he was going to be at a comic store down here in PA, and my grandma took me to see him. I don't remember too much about the encounter because I was so young, but I do remember him being really nice, so he signed that for me. To Zach, be cool, Jeremy Bulloch, Boba Fett. Very sad to hear of his passing a few years ago. He's with the Force now. If the house caught on fire and I could only save one item from this entire room, this would definitely be it. Okay, moving down into my Hot Toys. I don't have too many of these. They are expensive and they do take up quite a bit of room. So I'm trying to just stick to Mandalorians for now. First one I ever got was the Empire Boba, right there. Awesome figure. And the most recent I got, one of the big pieces I was talking about waiting to come in, is the Throne Room Boba. Looks awesome there. Down here we have the Tusken Raider Boba. And when he first got his armor back, that's a 2-pack I got. And the Jango Fett back there. Last Hot Toys I have is the Din Djarin and Grogu down here. And got the Din helmet back there. And this cool sideshow my wife got me back there. Down here I have the life-size Grogu and a few more pops. Mostly Din Djarin stuff. Up here on this shelf I just have a few more miscellaneous Mandalorian items. I have some of the samurai style armor ones. There's Din and Grogu, Boba, and Jango. I actually got this Jango at the airport in Japan back when I was there a few years ago, so kind of cool little story behind that. Got a Lego, a few more back there. This thing's pretty cool. It actually opens up. There's a book inside, the Bounty Hunter's Code. I'm not going to open that up now, but it is pretty cool. It has some cool little collectibles in there. Okay, and that's pretty much going to do it for Star Wars. We're going to move into Marvel next. Up here I have my Iron Man helmet, Cap's shield, I have Agamotto, Thor's Mjolnir, and Stormbreaker back there. Infinity Gauntlet, Deadpool's head. That thing's pretty cool. It actually works with an app to move around and talk and does some cool stuff. Some tins, I got Deadpool on card up there. And moving into Marvel Legends, these go like right along with Star Wars Black Series 6-inch line. Again, first things when I got back into collecting, these are what I got into. So got Stan the Man Lee there. Up top. Moving down, we'll do the MCU figures first. Here's Iron Man shelf. There I've got Ultron, Hulkbuster. Moving over into Captain America, probably my favorite Marvel character of all time. My favorite figure here, him with Mjolnir. The World War II, Peggy. Moving over into Thor's. Got Loki, Hela, Odin, and back there I've got Surtur. That is an awesome figure. I love that thing. Awesome looking. Some stuff from the new movie. Got a few Hulks. Gladiator Hulk back there. Moving down here, got some Black Widow, Hawkeye, Scarlet Witch, Vision, Doctor Strange, another one of my favorite characters from Marvel. Got the Watcher back there. Some Captain Marvel, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Giant Man, Thanos and the Black Order, Black Panther, Shang-Chi, and my Guardians of the Galaxy shelf. I have pretty much everybody, I think. Some of the comic stuff in the back. Groot, Yondu. Over here's my Spider-Man shelf. This is kind of a mix of both MCU and comic stuff. Got the classic right there. Doc Ock, Vulture, Rhino, Venom, Carnage. Yeah, I'm gonna need a new shelf for them soon. Moving down here, this is more comic stuff. I have Captain America and Hydra stuff, Zombie, Hydra Stomper back there, Iron Man, War Machine, some Thor, Loki, Odin's back there. This Hulk and Wolverine 2-pack, really like that. Red Hulk, Abomination back there. Some Doctor Strange, Dormammu, MODOK, Punisher, another one of my favorite characters. Some more over there. Moving down, some Black Widow and Hawkeye. Thanos, some Fantastic Four. Back here I have a lot of Build-A-Figures. Man-Thing. Over here I have Ghost Rider, Cosmic Ghost Rider, and Squirrel Girl, the most badass of them all. Some more comics. And now moving up onto X-Men. Got Professor X, Wolverine, Cyclops, Beast, Storm, Jean. Probably my 3 favorite X-Men characters, Gambit, Nightcrawler, and Psylocke. Rogue, Colossus. Down here's kind of my bad guy shelf. Magnetos, Archangel, Apocalypse, Juggernaut, Sabretooth. Down here into Deadpool, another one of my favorites. Really like this one. This was probably one of the first Legends I ever got. Him with the taco. I really like that. Classic. Got him on the Vespa back there. Venom Pool, I still need to get the arms for him. Cable. Moving down here, I have some of the Fox X-Men movie. Sauron back there. Down here. And some more comic stuff. Got Bonebreaker, just finished him not too long ago. And last but not least, one of the pieces I just got in a couple weeks ago, the Mighty Galactus HasLab. This thing is massive. He is awesome looking. The box he came in was huge. I've got him holding Silver Surfer there in his right hand. Frankie in the left. I've got Morg down there. He does light up, but I don't keep the batteries in him. So yeah, he is just an amazing looking figure. I do want to get the Sentinel HasLab. I just can't find it for a decent price right now, but he is probably going to go right here on a shelf when I do get him. And that's pretty much going to do it for Marvel. Next, we're just going to move into some more miscellaneous stuff. Up here I have this autograph picture I got with the whole Clerks crew, Kevin Smith, Jason Mewes, Dante, Randall, and Elias. They all signed it. Kevin Smith said he loved my armor, so that was a huge compliment coming from him. Yeah, that was at Fan Expo Philly again earlier this year. Over here I've got Miko Hughes' autograph. He played Gage in the original Pet Sematary. Got some posters up there. That one's signed by Tom Savini, but we didn't actually meet him. We just bought the poster. Down here I have some of my horror figures. Got Elvira up there. Dutch and the Predator, T-800. classic movie monsters: Frank, Mummy, Wolfman. I do have Dracula coming, the Bela Lugosi, so he's going to go right there. Really looking forward to that. Some Walking Dead, Sam from Trick or Treat, one of my favorite Halloween movies, Ash, some Freddy Krueger, my favorite horror villain of all time. More on him in a minute. Some Friday the 13th, some Pennywise, Hellraiser, Michael Myers, some more back there, Leatherface. And moving up here, I have my autographed Robert Englund Freddy Krueger stuff. We met him at Steel City Comic Con last year. It was quite an ordeal. We waited in line the first day for about 8 hours. Didn't get to see him, but we did get tickets to get at the front of the line next year. So I was able to meet him and get these signed by him. Really super nice guy for playing one of the most twisted characters in movie history. He is an awesome guy. And we got our picture taken with him as well. Really cool. Yeah, some more little figures. I've had this big one since I was a kid, or teenager, I should say. He does talk. He's motion activated. Up there, I did meet some of the other cast from Part 4 too as well. I got I think there's three different autographs on there. They were all very nice. Well, there's Doug Bradley, who played Pinhead in Hellraiser. Cool guy. Butch Patrick played Eddie Munster. Another nice guy. And over here we have the late great Meatloaf. I was lucky enough to meet him about 6 months before he passed away. There at a Steel City Comic Con again. He is a really cool guy. Just don't piss him off. I guess that's what I'd say, which is what the guy in front of us in line did. That's a whole other story, but really cool guy. One of my all-time favorite singers. And I did get a picture with him too. I just don't have it printed out yet. I'll probably put that down in the corner. So yeah, super awesome to have that. There I got Vic Magonia, who does a lot of anime voice acting. I got him to sign that at a Hershey Comic Con a few years ago. Moving down here, got my Final Fantasy shelf. These were some of the first figures I had. This was before I even really got back into collecting, so I've had these probably about 10 years or more. Mainly Final Fantasy VII, which is my favorite Final Fantasy. Got Cloud on his bike back there. Seth. Auron from 10. Vincent, my favorite character. Got Tifa and Aerith, Red and Kate, Yuffie. And back there I did meet Steve Blum. He's another voice actor who's done just a ton of voices for animated stuff. And he did Vincent for the Advent Children movie. Another really cool guy, so I was glad to get his autograph as well. Moving down here, I have my Dragon Ball shelf. This is a mix of figure arts and Dragon Stars. Got some Gokus, Vegeta, my favorite character in Dragon Ball. Some more back there. I was lucky enough to meet Sean Shamel at Fan Expo Philly and get his autograph back there. He does the voice of Goku. I didn't get Christopher Sabat. He was at the next table over and I just missed him. But hopefully I will be able to get his next time. Moving over here into Naruto, my favorite anime. This is what first got me into anime way back in 2006. I just happened to catch an episode on TV late at night, and yeah, I've got the headband back there, and these are some ones I've had a long time. They're actually statues. I got Kakashi there, my favorite anime character of all time. I do hope they make I do plan on getting the SH Figure Arts line if they keep it going and make enough of the figures to go with that, because I do want to get more Naruto figures. Moving on over here, I just have some random pops. Down here, I've got some Pokemon. Gengar, my favorite Pokemon. Over here, we have Metal Gear Solid, my favorite video game of all time. Up front, I've got this, Play Arts Solid Snake. This is an awesome figure. I did find out after I got it that it is in fact a bootleg, which is why I got it for so cheap, and it came from China, but I still think it looks awesome. These are super expensive to get. I do have some of the McFarlane figures back there. To be honest, they're not the best, but I hope we do get more Metal Gear figures from someone in the future, because I really do want to collect more of those. Moving on over here, we have some DC. I'm not the biggest DC fan, but my wife likes it, so she kind of got me into collecting a few of these. Got some Batmans, some Wonder Womans, her favorite. Down here, that Devastator and Superman are pretty cool. Swamp Thing back there. Moving on over here to Beavis and Butthead, one of my favorite series since I was a kid. Love them. Over here we've got some Game of Thrones. I do like Game of Thrones, even though that last season was pretty horrendous. Hound, my favorite character. Looking forward to watching House of the Dragon. Some Game of Thrones pops down there. My wife and I both collected all those. Some Godzillas. And last but not least, these are my Jurassic Park toys from all the way back when I was, when the first movie came out. I was probably about 7 or 8 back in 1993, I believe it was. And luckily these didn't get thrown out, at least not the bigger ones. So I still have my T-Rexes, Triceratops, Stegosaurus, and a few of the other ones. A couple of them did get thrown out. I need to get those again, but I am super glad that these did not. So yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for the toy room. Space is always an issue. Long term, I am looking to put an addition onto the house and build a bigger toy room so I can keep collecting. It is my favorite hobby, and it's something I plan to do for maybe the rest of my life. I hope so. This is like my happy place in here. So thanks for coming along on the ride. I'll probably make another video of this room again in a few years when I get some more stuff. But yeah, have a good one, guys. Just wanted to add real quick, I do also keep my Mandalorian Mercs armor in here. It's on a mannequin. I think it looks awesome in here. So I've got my main armor there, my bucket, my gauntlets and gloves, my belt, my jetpack, my boots are back there, and my blaster over there. So yeah, just wanted to share that as well.